Howdy, everybody. Welcome on into the cargo bay where it's time for a little bit of hobby talk.
Habitat.
How you doing today, BC?
Well, I'm glad you recognize me because, as our viewers are probably well aware by now, I'm not wearing my traditional Brooklyn Dodgers cap because it's just too darn hot to wear something on top of my head. But apart from the heat, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Glad to hear it, BC. I'm doing good in some ways and awful in other ways, but one of the good ways, BC, is that I'm here in the cargo bay, and boy, oh
Amen.
boy, we got quite the docket today, BC.
Oh, we got outrage. We got shock. We got a little bit of everything.
Should we dive right into the flagship product, BC?
Yeah, why not? Let's dive into the deep end of the flagship product. Pre-releases have been hitting the eBays. They've been hitting the Facebook, seeing some images of the flagship set, and I gotta say, I'm not mad about it.
No. I like this, BC. From what I've seen, this is a quote unquote budget friendly product. This is
Right? Yeah.
absolutely on the less expensive end of modern Star Wars cards, and it looks
Oh
like
yeah.
they spent a lot of time putting this set together, BC.
I am pleased with what I have seen, honestly, because you're right. This is the low end, right? It's not your chromes, which even the chrome release, the 2023 chrome that they did this year, feels kind of like a lower end release because it does have like blaster boxes and stuff. But this seems so geared towards like a mass audience, and I think in terms of what you're getting, is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of different things to like in here. And in comparing it to the 2023 Chrome set, I kind of wish that the 2023 Chrome set. I don't know. I like that set, but I wish there was more time between that set and this set because they feel similar. And this is the
Yeah.
one where I think I'd want to spend my money. So I've got on the screen, BC, this first slide where we have the super box, which
Yes.
is a $55 hobby box, I
Yeah.
believe. A hobby box, no
Yeah.
guaranteed auto, but it looks like you're going to get some hits in there. I remember GI History Handbook, told us, hey, the odds say that these things are going to have color just spilling out of them. Seems correct. There's a lot of high numbered parallels to chase after, and base refractors and inserts and all kinds of things.
Yeah, all sorts of goodies. Again, you're not going to retire off of your 2023 flagship product, but you're also not going to become a popper if you get a couple of hobby boxes, probably. And I I don't even think we can quantify this as a hobby box. This is a
Yeah,
super
it's
box,
a super box. Sorry,
as noted on
apologies.
there. No, you said both. Um, I do think it is. The packaging is very reminiscent of like the large like Pokemon
Uh huh.
trading card game boxes that you'll see. So definitely does seem like it's skewing towards a younger audience. I do compare this to like they put flagship on there for a reason, which is what they call their like tops series 1, 2, and update of like their baseball card line, which is obviously their most like regularly iconic line that they print the most of, is the most accessible to collectors. So as a comparison to that, I like this idea. I think this is something we had like talked about a long time ago too. It's like do like a main, like this is our mainline release. I think for the first flagship or mainline release, I think this is great. It's not going to kill your wallet. The images are cool. There are cool colors. There's a Brasso in the set, which is
Yes,
really all I care about, is that Brasso card.
pretty
Um,
sick.
we'll get into the inserts here in a second
Yeah.
too, but I think all in all, it's a as a budget friendly set. It's great, and people who want to complain about it, complain all you want, but I don't have a lot of room for it because this does seem like it's mostly for children.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
this is my thought. I do not have children. I will never have children, but if I did have a child, and that child was old enough, I'd be like, hey, maybe we get you a box of Star Wars cards. Maybe you're gonna get a Din Djarin numbered parallel, and if not, maybe we can grab one on eBay for $10 because there's an
Yeah.
of 799. That's not true, but
Right.
but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of parallels here, and it's gonna be a fun box to rip. I hope I get to at some point. Um,
Oh, I think you will.
but
Um, but I don't know, for this as an entry, like as a, if you're thinking about tops and but probably how they view collectors and consumers, like this is the entry line. If you're jumping on, this is a starting point for the entry level collector. Which I think, we've been doing this for a little while now, so we're kind of like we we're beyond what they would consider entry level collectors. Doesn't mean I don't like it though. So I am going to get some of this and open it up, and we'll share it with the world whenever we have it. But I think it's kind of cool.
yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to feeling them in hand. BC, let's dive
Yeah,
a little deeper into the set here.
yeah.
First, I've got up just these comic book cover inserts. Um, it's fine with me. They're cool looking
Yeah.
inserts. Nothing too wild
Uh,
going on. They're just comic book covers.
yeah, these are of course from the like relaunched Marvel line of comics, which you and I were there day one, uh, whenever the Star Wars #1 relaunched on the Marvel line. We both picked up a copy of that. There are so many Star Wars comics, Marvel Star Wars comics now, ongoing series, and just
Dark
like
Horse Star Wars comics now.
just makes my
Awesome.
head spin how much stuff is out there. But it's cool how they've made a comeback in the comics. There's some genuinely weird stuff in some of those books that
As
I've
there
read.
should be, I feel
As
like.
there's comic books, I love it. Let your weird Star Wars stuff be in there. But yeah, cover art, cool. I like it.
Yeah,
Cool insert.
man, there's a lot of yellow jacket, yellow lightsaber Luke in the comics, and that's
Mhm.
what most makes me wish that I was keeping up with them. Then we've got these kind of location inserts, kind of cool looking cards for a location based insert set. Um,
This beats when they did the planetary inserts, which was
you
just a
hate
picture
those,
of the
CC.
planets in space.
I kind of like some of those
I don't
actually,
know.
but yeah,
I don't
I
know.
like these
They're
better too.
fine.
Hey,
They're like, here we
somewhere out
photoshopped
there,
the fake planet.
we've got someone sitting in here with us in the cargo bay who has all of the one of
You're right.
ones of those planets, VC.
I know we know you're out there. Feel free to share your collection. I'm sorry I don't love the planetary inserts from the set that I can't remember.
Your regular old Death Star, BC,
Oh,
but you're still a
yeah.
star.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Here I have some of the card backs of the comic books. There's a base Ahsoka back, and also these die cut lightsaber cards, which
Woo!
I think I have some slides out of order here. But I just wanted to put these up because so rarely does it seem like a lot of attention is given to the backs of cards, and I think these are good. I think these look
Yeah.
great.
I love the back of the saber card, but
Yes.
anything with that Luke Skywalker saber, I'm gonna go goo goo for
Yeah.
anyway. But yeah, I think you look at some of the Galaxy stuff, the Galaxy Chrome, the backs of those cards are like, just put a couple words on there and we'll move on. Like, all right. I do like when attention is paid to the back of a card,
Yeah.
whether it's the information that's on there, or if it's part of a puzzle or whatever it is. So hey, you get a little fun, something you can read on the back of your card. You get some data, some information. I think it's cool.
Some just great layout design. I mean, really, this Luke Skywalker lightsaber card that I have up, I just think that is it's really well balanced and good looking. And
Yeah.
also, you get the lightsaber on there. I'm sure knowing that lightsaber die cut set, every character has their lightsaber on the back. Very nice.
Mhm.
All right, so here's where I was out of order. I've got all the die cut or most of the die cut cards here. I'm just stealing these off of eBay. I from one seller, I believe, who I have purchased from before. So
Okay.
I figure if pictures are up on eBay, this is just free advertising for people. It's public info. I'm stealing these images, all right? So thank you.
Sorry.
I believe I know this seller and is a good seller.
Yeah.
But you can see here we've got a blue Kanan of 50. I saw the greens are of 25. I'm sure the reds are of 5 or something. I didn't check. But normally die cuts not my thing. I like the Kyber crystal die cuts from
Mhm.
2023 Chrome that are apparently also in this set. They've got an Ahsoka
Yeah.
Kyber crystal die cut.
I thought that was strange
It is
that they
strange.
did a double die cut
It
of the same
upsets
thing.
me because I like those die cuts, and that means I would assume that the prices on the first run of die cuts aren't going to fall anytime soon because people are going to be thinking, "Oh, maybe I want the whole set," if they're going to keep going. But these die cuts seem to be extremely accessible, at least the base version, BC. This lot of cards was $25 on eBay, which I'm assuming means they're falling on out of those boxes. So.
Yeah, whoever the seller was, they clearly opened a bunch of
Mhm.
these. I'm guessing they probably had a case of super boxes. Is that what we're calling them? Super boxes. So they probably had a bunch. But yeah, there it seems like if they're plentiful, like I just like that a die cut is not like, hey, this is gonna be a $200 die cut that I'm gonna ask, an arm and a leg for. Like it's a Topps finest die cut that's gonna be incredibly expensive. It's like, no, you can get these.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool, and they look cool, and the backs of them look cool.
Yeah, yeah, I would be much less impressed with them if the backs didn't look awesome. That makes me embrace the whole card in general.
Yeah,
It's kind of a cool effect on there. I believe the ad copy said these were cut with real lightsabers.
and you can tell they were. You can tell that they definitely
They're
were.
still
I mean,
hot.
you can see. Yeah, they're. It's like a glowing forge. So yeah, definitely cut with real lightsabers.
We've got the epic clashes over here on the right. BC, this for me personally, I don't really care about this so much. I'm not a big fan of the dual image cards
Yeah,
ever.
I,
Like with
I do. Yeah,
bounty
I don't.
hunters and evolutions. But
Yeah,
they're
I don't
not
love
bad
it, but
looking.
nah, it's just I think it's hard to have 100% of your insert sets be bangers
Mhm.
when sets do. You're like, that's a great set, but I'm not mad that like the clashes card. I'm kind of like, man, not for me. You know, I think there's cool stuff for pretty much everybody in this set, which I think is kind of the point.
Yeah,
Make appeal to as many people as you can with the flagship set.
yeah, and it does like the design looks good on those epic clashes.
Yeah.
Again, just not my cup of tea. Oh, BC, I
Ho
hit
ho
the
ho
next
ho
slide,
ho
and
ho
guess where we're
ho.
going? We're going straight to controversy.
We're going to the dark
Here
side.
we go. We're talking 2023 Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy.
Well, what? Why would we be going to the dark side? Doesn't everybody loves Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy? Isn't this the least controversial line in Topps's arsenal?
Oh boy, BC. This this is weird on for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
So I believe it was July 31st, and the Topps website just ding. Guess what? Tomorrow, pre-orders for
Yeah.
2023 Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy are coming out. And guess what? We got dual autos. We're gonna
Oh.
advertise with a Harrison Ford Mark Hamill dual auto.
Ooh. Ooh.
It listed, the insert sets and blah blah blah. And anytime this happens where the Chrome Galaxy gets released, it hurts me inside because I want to open the cards. I do not want to
Yeah.
pay for the cards.
That's
Um,
always the thing. That's always where I'm at.
yeah.
If I could just rip for free forever, that's the dream life, baby.
Hey, just follow us on Patreon. You can help us
Yeah.
rip for free forever. We don't have a Patreon. Maybe someday we'll
No.
have Patreon content, BC.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this was well, one, it was surprising how quickly it came out,
Yes.
because it was either the 31st or the day before. I feel
Yeah.
like it was 1 to 2 days warning. They're like, this is going to be on pre-sale. I was
You and
like,
I are
oh,
like, can we afford a box of this? Are we gonna try to buy a box?
I hadn't budgeted for this.
So we're sitting there refreshing on August
Yeah,
1st. We're both
August 1st, noon Eastern Standard Time, and when we got our Sapphire Return of the Jedi, you had to do a couple refreshes.
Mhm.
I don't expect it to always be live the moment of. Well, I mean, there's a part of me that does expect that, but there's a realistic part of me that realized, hey, maybe we'll refresh a little bit. So we were refreshing, we're waiting. We're sending messages to each other over the Discord saying, hey, what's going on? You got anything? Nothing? Nothing? No, okay. What is it, about 20 minutes to a half hour into
it
the...
was 13 minutes past where I was like, all right,
Okay.
I'm good on this.
But then, 20 minutes to a half hour later is when they put up the message on the next slide, which just says, this is not going to be available for pre-order today. It was like, oh, hey, great, good job.
Now I know exactly what happened here, BC.
Uh-huh.
Everyone
Please.
over at Topps was happy, excited. Father Fanatics was there, Papa Tops.
Yep.
They were
Yep.
partying, and
Yep.
then, oh no, have you guys checked on the Star Wars Card Collectors Facebook group? We gotta take this product down now. Everybody's mad, mad, mad.
Everybody hates this.
The reason being, there are no guaranteed autos in these hobby boxes. Instead, they were guaranteeing 3 numbered, I'm assuming, parallels, which for me personally was great news, because I am a sucker for Chrome Galaxy. These have borders on them too. They seem to be silver instead of black, which might work better with the refractors. But anyway, I just, the first set that didn't have borders, I think, is superior. But anyway,
It is.
I want those sparkly parallels. That's what I'm after. But a lot of people were really upset about this PC, from what I could gather.
To be fair, when we say a lot of people, we mean like 30 dudes on a Facebook group. Which is, I mean, fine. Be upset about what you want to be upset about.
Part of the
I just
hobby.
don't. Yeah, what's sticking in your craw today? What's making you mad about the hobby today? I'm not getting an Evan Peel autograph. I don't know. My thinking was, I too would rather have 3 guaranteed parallels than know that I'm going to get an autograph of Evan Peel or Jyn Erso's mom again. You still have the same odds of getting an incredibly valuable autograph, right? They only made one of those dual Hamill and Fords. You know what I mean? Like, the same odds exist for that. I'm not hurt at all about the autographs thing. There's no guaranteed autographs in your super box either. I I just think there's so many. And I don't want to sound too derogatory. There's so many bad Star Wars autographs out there that, like, that as an incentive to buy product, I don't think really exists unless you're doing like masterwork, or you're saying this is on card or this is a high end whatever. I'm not mad about them taking crappy sticker autos out of products that they're going to sell a lot of, because I don't think, for me personally, and maybe the 30 people who are really upset about this are right, but I don't think the guaranteed autos are what are really moving these boxes.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. But just for me personally, I don't buy the box for an autograph. You know what I mean?
Especially Chrome Galaxy. If you look at sales on eBay, it's not about the auto. I mean, even the few high-end autos that come out of Galaxy, they're not the best versions of those autographs usually. Like, the autograph cards are fine, but I mean, the reason to like or dislike this product is because it has sparkly chrome parallels. Like, that's kind of the whole deal. So I don't know. We never got to see a price on this, BC.
That's entirely what my opinion about this is going to be based on, is what they try to sell this box for. You know what I mean? Like, because there's the part of me that wants to get it just so that I can ease my itchy pack ripping fingers. The other part is, wanting to, hey, we're content kings over here in terms
That's
of
right.
top Star Wars trading cards, but like to be able to open it and show what is out there, like to be able to see that. There's obviously other ways of doing that. You can just find what's on it, but I like opening boxes. I like opening packs. Opening the original Galaxy set, still like my all-time favorite rip that we had.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We didn't open the second series because it was too
More
expensive, and we did not love the borders. It's sad that the borders are the way that they continue to go. It's
I
like
disagree.
you
I
had a
love it because I'm less tempted. Keep the
yeah,
borders on.
I guess from the money saving perspective, that's a good way to look at it. But I don't know. It's just like they had a perfect set with Series 1, and then it's like, why change the continuity of what this was?
Yeah.
It's one of the things I love about the Galaxy series going back to 93 is that like there was a continuity between Series 1, 2, 3 onwards in the numbering,
Yeah.
in the presentation of those. And then it's like Chrome 1 and Chrome 2, they're like, let's make these different. Like, just from like my collector brain, I'm like, if I'm putting these two in the binders, like I get that we're transitioning to a new set, but it's not like vastly different. It's just like you're taking less of the focus off of the art and putting more of the focus on what are potentially really crappily cut cards.
Yeah.
You
What
know
is the
I mean?
grade? Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah.
higher key sales for the product because
Yes.
your PSA 10 is gonna be worth a lot more because trying to get one is much harder when
Yeah.
the borders are miscut. I mean, I never could tell if PSA SGC like what their centering guidelines were for the original Chrome Galaxy set because
It's hard,
I'm
yeah.
sure it was based on the stamp and they had to factor that in somewhere.
Yeah.
Like is the
Yeah.
stamp perfectly centered?
And the back too probably gives you some centering.
Yeah. But for everything I've seen, they're mostly all dead on center. The problem is always the print lines. Do they exist or not? Which
Right.
I was extremely fortunate in my history with these cards. I mostly had no print lines on my cards.
Yeah.
But anyway, it does genuinely make me happy because I don't have a lot of money right now. When I did have money, what I did is buy Series 1, and the more sets we have with borders, the more to me these Series 1 cards are special for not having.
Yeah. Yeah. They are, it is the superior set. And my advice, and I think the Cargo Bay's official advice is it's always better to just go buy the cards you want than
Absolutely.
pay whatever it is they're going to ask for a box of this. The only reason I, like I said, would be looking to buy a box is because like it's not going to crush me financially, and I would like to open it just for the fun of it. But if it comes out as being prohibitively expensive or a cost that's like, I'm like, that's unreasonable, then I'm not going to pay it, right? Because the value of the Series 2 boxes, they tried to get everyone to pay like it was Series 1.
Yeah.
Right. Whenever they release, they're like, you guys fucking went cuckoo crazy for Series 1. Why don't you pay out the wazoo for Series 2? And it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
And then the prices of it just have gone down and down and down. I think it's still overpriced for a box of Series 2, but at least it's not the inflated, release price, which does make me curious. Like, are they going to try to, and in my thinking is, of course they are, try to fleece you whenever they release this for pre-order. So
Yeah.
to me, it's like, this is because we got our Series 1 boxes for $120.
Yeah.
And like fools, we ripped them open and depreciated the value immediately. But like that price, that's what a hobby box of this should be. Like it's expensive enough, but it's not like prohibitive in terms of wanting to buy it. Which if this is anything over $200, I'm kind of like, nah.
Yeah.
I just get some super boxes and have some fun, like, and
I know there are gonna
buy
be
the
some
Ahsoka card that I want,
I think that's what I'll do. I'll buy a blaster box of the flagship and I'll buy a single from Chrome. And I'm guessing that's why they canceled the pre-order, was probably just like, wait a second, we're about to have the flagship hitting shelves like very soon. Maybe we should take a chill pill for a second.
I mean, it's genuinely baffling why they put this up with such short notice and then pulled it down. I would like an explanation for it. That's not just like, tinfoil conspiracy, theory people wearing their little tinfoil hats on Facebook being like, they saw how many people were doing pre-orders and now they're going to print even more. It's like, it's the
Huh?
dumbest thing I've ever heard. As someone floated some stupid idea. It's like, they saw how
Hey,
many
that's one
people
of
were
our
waiting to buy
fans,
it.
VC.
Oh, I am so sorry. Your theory was really valid, and I want to acknowledge your feelings of being a conspiracy theorist about Topps. I don't know, like, if you really think that, prove it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think there's. I want proof. I want to know why they did it. I don't want to sit here and be like, well, this is why. I'd like to know. Like, I'm genuinely curious from someone from Topps. Hey, Topps, if you're out there, we're usually one of the number one things in the search results when you do Topps and Star Wars. Let us know why you did that.
Send us info. Give us the scoop.
Give us the inside scoop of what went wrong.
That's what
You can
corporations
email us
always
at
love
the Cargo
doing.
Bay Pod
Is giving
at
inside
protonmail.com.
scoops on their failures.
They famously love doing that. It's like, I don't know. Just for me, the speculation doesn't do a lot for me. I get having negative feelings about it, but like, I don't know. I wasn't that hurt when it didn't come out. You know what I
Yeah, the
mean?
most annoying thing was just like I
It's
just
annoying.
wasted 15 minutes.
Yes, yeah. It's annoying that they said something and then didn't do it, which has become their MO, which is like, yeah, that can start to rub customers the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure.
In which case, just stop buying it.
Yeah, stop being a customer.
Yeah.
I did want to mention I don't have a picture. I should have. The box for this is sick. It's one of my favorite Galaxy cards of Boba Fett coming out of the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
Really great image. I'm glad that card's going to get the chrome treatment. I also saw Luke cutting, there's Luke cutting down the speeder bike on the cover. Not my favorite artwork, but maybe my favorite moment in Star Wars. So maybe I'll try to snag a parallel of that someday.
When he pirouettes out of the way and slashes the speeder bike,
Yeah, that the moment from him falling off his speeder bike to chopping that speeder bike down, that is peak Star Wars.
Love it.
Opinion. Well, that's enough on Chrome Galaxy for now. It'll be back. We'll talk about it more in the future, I'm sure.
Listen, if I hurt anybody's feelings out there, I don't really care.
Give us a thumbs down.
Dislike it. It's fine. I don't want to come off too like wishy-washy or negative about it, but it's like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. It's fine. If you want to complain, like, obviously the internet is just an outlet for people to vent negative feelings. I just don't like really engaging with that, and I tend to not want to get bent out of shape about trading cards. You know what I mean? So like, hey, let's stay positive. Let's just be positive.
I live in a place where they're my unhoused neighbors are not taken care of when I am worried about Star Wars trading cards to the point where my blood pressure is going up. Try to remember to take a little breather.
Yeah, if you're here in the cargo bay and your blood pressure does get up when a major corporation offends you, let us know. We'll send you some breathing techniques that might get you through some of those high blood pressure situations. We'd be happy to help.
BC, I'm checking Topps right now because they did not have the new throwback setup yet. So let me see if that's changed since.
Yeah, I'm checking too, because last week's was a good one. I thought. I did
was a great set of cards.
Did go ahead and get my order in. I'm expecting nothing less than a set of 1-of-1s to be shipped to me. So
well, wow.
Are they? No, still
they're
not up.
We still got an hour on that that lightsaber clash set. So anyway, there's gonna be a new throwback set here in an hour. Sorry that we're doing the show when we're doing the show. But they got the new living set cards.
It's another thing to be outraged at the Topps website about.
Leave some
throwback
hate.
Thursdays aren't up. Let the hate flow through you.
Put it in the comments, baby. But our our living set cards are the Anuba and Charisma Sodi both from Clone Wars. I like Clone Wars, BC. I have completed Clone Wars just recently. This is a
nice.
a little bit of a shame point for me is I've been watching Clone Wars for years. I never finished that final season. I'd kind of been
Mm,
saving it. I finally completed that. Great. But I
it's
don't
a good
know.
one.
I don't know what these characters are.
I have no
I
idea
remember,
what
I
these
can't
are.
remember.
I looked at both of these images and I was like, I don't know.
Good looking cards.
Yeah, they look great, but I do not recall their importance,
Nope,
and that's okay.
I don't either. I'll
That's all
see
right.
them again someday when I do a rewatch.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, and
let's
I'll
see.
go. Oh, yeah, an Anuba,
Anuba
Anuba, of course,
and
Anuba,
Creasmo.
Creasmo, good old Creasmo.
Um, BC, I'm getting us out of here into the
Get
comments,
us out of
BC.
here! Get us out of here!
We
Go, go,
had
go!
the rare Twitter interaction, BC. Our Twitter
Yeah.
is kind of dead. I haven't posted on there in a
Wait,
long
I
time.
think you mean X.
What?
X.
Oh, that's right. It's now X. No,
Listen,
it's Twitter.
we're yeah. It's Twitter and you tweet. It's just got a new dumb logo.
It's yeah, whatever. The site has become less and less interesting to me
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
past year or so.
yeah.
But far away
Love the
did
name.
uh did leave us some comments. And this is a great point here. I'm drawn to stuff that never made it from the original movies, which is a great point about those original, Star Wars cards,
Yeah.
especially the later series. That you got some looks at stuff that didn't exist in the movie when that came out.
The bucket hat is canon.
Yeah,
Luke in the bucket hat is canon. That's a canon look.
has existed since the 70s. It didn't have to wait for the special editions or the cut scenes. I mean, deleted
Deleted
scenes.
scenes.
But
Cutscenes.
far away says, I like having a record of it and knowing the little bits of trivia. Plenty in the early cards like this, and then shows this great PSA 8 of bucket hat Luke looking up
Yeah.
there. We talked about the audio drama recently where Luke's
Yeah.
sitting there looking at the space battle.
Yeah, all of the anything with the moisture vaporators
Yeah,
in
yeah,
them are fantastic.
really
Because
good.
clearly, like one set designer built one of these things. They're like, we'll put that in the desert. We got ourselves a
We'll
space
just shoot it
movie.
from 6 different angles.
Yeah, yes, and
I've
it does not get nearly enough attention. The cargo bay field.
I saw Mark Hamill on Twitter once because there was a picture circulating around of a card he had signed. I think it's a green one where you see the full vaporator
Mhm.
there, and he's standing next to it, like Luke is standing next to it, smiling, like it's a pose picture. And Mark Hamill had signed it like, "I told you, Aunt and Uncle, to not leave my bong outside," or something. And Mark Hamill on Twitter was like, "I signed this specifically, like saying that no one, like that this wasn't going to be public." He was like,
Yeah,
mad that he had a weed
someone
joke on a
posted.
card that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
was big, but
It's okay. It's okay, Mark.
it's fine, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people assume you're a big time toker. You're just a joker.
He is he is the Joker.
The Joker. Anyway, thank you, far away. That's a great
Yeah.
point. There are a lot of great cards. I like those cards too, is what I mean. Anyway, on to something new, BC. We're doing
Ayo.
polls now. How about
You're
that?
crushing the poll game. If I knew how to do this, I would help out more. But
I'll
you
show you,
crushed
I'll
the
show
first two polls. Okay, great. Now I do want to take the audience to task based on the results. No love for the modern 93 to 98,
So the question is, which
ladies and gentlemen.
era?
Yeah,
Which era of Topps Star Wars? I'm pretending because I
Yeah.
keep forgetting to post the audio version, BC. I'm pretending we still have an audio version. So the question is, which era of Topps Star Wars trading cards do you prefer? And here are the answers and the results. We have Vintage coming in with 28% of the vote. This is 18 votes are in. Vintage got 28. Modern, which is 1993 to 1998, 0% BC.
none.
This is where
Listen,
my vote would go, by the way.
listen, folks. You are sleeping on Galaxy Series 1, 2, and 3 iconic sets. The first Top Star Wars finest, which is cuckoo bonkers
Yes.
and amazing,
Beautiful.
and the oft neglected Star Wars vehicle set. Go
Vehicles is
back, look these up.
fantastic.
I mean, amazing, truly amazing sets of cards in that area. But fine, whatever. I was surprised the prequel, the
Yeah.
99 to 2006
Getting some
votes
love.
get some love.
Episode
The
2 autographs
post,
are great.
yeah, you got the post saga sequel era with 17%, and then taking the cake, the current, the 2020 to now.
Love it. That's it's interesting to see where at least people polling are. I would have
Yeah,
expected vintage to clean house.
yeah.
So I'm glad we got some current card lovers out there. If for no other reason than that's where most of our content is going to be coming from, because that's what's coming out.
Yeah.
But it's a good
We
time to
gotta
be a
get,
collector. Interesting
yeah.
results there.
We're working on a mix of the current and the vintage now. I think our
Yeah.
mainline hobby talks, we got our finger on the pulse of what's happened. That's why everyone's coming here. But
Right.
check out our other episodes where we're doing our series guides. We just put out series 2. We're going to record series 3 here in a second. Spoiler alert, it's an amazing set. But if you haven't voted, go check out the poll. See if you can sway those numbers.
Yeah.
You know, get your vote in. We wanna see where this thing's gonna land. You know.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a little update at 50 votes or something. But our
Yeah.
next poll, this was I did an image poll which cropped my images, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we've got these 3 similar cards, 2 from the same set of, Han Solo shooting at some stormtroopers in Docking Bay 94. And look at this. We got 46% on option 1, which is Han pointing up, pointing up in the sky. We only have 4%, which I believe is one of our 28 votes or something, on option 2.
It was getting skunked for a long time. Option 2.
Han's
No
kind of
love at all.
poking around. And then our winner, at least for now, is option 3, which is the full Han squat.
I'm an option 1 guy, but I get it. Option 1 and option 3, I had to do a double take to make sure they weren't the same card at various points. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a little farther back. It's cropped a little bit differently, Get a little more of the deep crouch in there.
The deep crouch, you get the blood stripe pants, you get more of the belt. I like that card a lot. But BC, I also am an option 1 person, and the reason why is that cap on the Falcon looks so big. The scale that
looks
card
amazing.
Looks
I love
awesome.
this card.
Yeah, I may have picked up one of those myself.
Oh.
There was a batch of yellows, which if I'm gonna get vintage cards, I'm going for Series 3. I like the color yellow. They're a little easier to get than Series 1. Anyway, there was a batch of yellows going through on auction, and I picked up a couple.
Speaking of yellow pickups, I've welcomed this guy into the collection.
BC.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I got a terrible glare from my light here, but
gosh,
we've got Lord Darth Vader himself in a PSA 7. Again, I'm not breaking the bank here, folks. I love these in PSA 7s. It's the most common grade typically, so I'm like, that's the kind of collector I am, like, give me something right down the middle. But yeah, saw this, knew I had to have it. I think it's probably my favorite Darth Vader card from the 1977 series. It's
super cool. It's a painting, right?
It is. It's definitely a painting. But yeah, really the first kind of like character-y profile card of Vader in the series. He's got a lot of other good cards, obviously. There's him and his favorite pal, the just random soldier.
The original appearance of Vader.
Yeah, who hangs out with him in every shot. But yeah, definitely wanted to get the Lord Darth Vader card into the collection.
I want that card someday, BC.
A true banger.
That one's been one I've been watching on eBay for a long time. Eventually, I'm gonna snag one. But BC, I got a couple of yellow gifts that are gorgeous. I got a PSA 8 of Obi-Wan here. Incredible.
amazing
I
card.
haven't had these cards in hand really, like unless they're really beat up. And
Hmm.
yeah, yellow card looks good, and the red splash with the PSA. Ooh, ooh,
Whew,
pretty.
whew. Yes. Shout out to our angel donor, our benefactor who sent us some amazing cards.
Yes.
Um, I got
What what a
this
what a joy.
as an amazing start to
Fire
collection,
card.
as well as the Vader as well. It's definitely set me on my path
Yeah, yeah.
to
Might have
to
given me a little
collecting.
bit of an itch. Yeah.
Gave me the kick I needed for collecting some of the vintage stuff. I mean, I'd already been kind of tooling around with it a little bit, but definitely I'm actively looking for the series one in like a 7. You know what I mean? Because it's affordable. But long term goal, doing a 1 through 66. Obviously, the Luke gonna be the I've got to sell some stuff to get card.
Yeah.
But I picked up a couple more that are on their way as cheap auctions that I won. So always keep my eye out. Everyone out there in the cargo bay, all you cargo babies, keep your eyes out, keep them peeled. Let me know if you see any sweet deals on some PSA 7s
It's same
of the 1
same
through 66.
same here for the yellow end. I spent my last ounce of trading card money on those yellows, but it was great. I got some cards that I really wanted for like $10 or
You got
under.
the Jawa, right?
I got the Jawa in a
Yeah,
6. It was a good looking
nice.
6. It was
Yeah,
I won the auction for $6, I think. And it was all the same
fantastic.
seller, so my shipping was combined.
Nice.
But I got 3 of those after getting a little bit of the itch. I'm gonna very slowly try to work my way up to
Yeah,
a yellow set.
yeah.
But anyway, we got more business to get to, BC, because we hit 206 subscribers, BC.
Woo!
We did
Hey,
it.
we put out the call, and 6 of you came up to the plate, and now we're gonna do a little ripperoo
That's right.
for you.
That's right. We got to 206 subscribers. 6 subscribers exactly came
Exactly
in
right.
time for us to do this
Just
wave 1 box.
just by the skin of our teeth, we got there.
Now let me see if I remember how to do my big cam here. Do I still have a big cam? Yes. Ow, my face. Now there are 2 of my face, but I'm gonna slide this right over here. And then BC, after I rip this, I believe you're gonna do a little bit of a rip too, aren't you?
That's right. If there are any nerds out there like us, I've also got some of these Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings cards, which, spoiler, I've opened a pack before. I like these a lot. Oh baby, what glory is in store? Now this is a series 1, correct?
Yes, this
Wave
is a
1.
wave 1, and this is a cargo bay box. Uh, BC, we got a lot to do today.
We do.
I still haven't
What
done
a
the BC goodies.
what a what a show! What a
This is
treat
the
for
heck of a
everybody!
show. But this is a
Wow.
cargo bay pack, so this is both of ours when we pull this 1 of 1 out of here.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, I can't remember how many cards are in here. I know it's a lot. There's a big old stack.
Yeah, you
Wink.
get it's like 8 or 10 cards or something. Oh,
Let's
Dengar
count
looking
them. There's
sharp.
1. There's Dengar.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Tuscan Chief. I'm sorry if they're not
Yeah.
perfectly in focus. I'm using my bad camera. Dryden Voss.
Oh, Bettany. Someone they have a
Hamich.
name. Pamich?
Hamich. Ooh,
Ever heard of this guy?
There's little Han Solo.
Love it. Tiny little Han Solo. This guy who gets
this guy's
wasted early
Lor
in the Force Awakens.
Santeca.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff in the
Oh,
books.
intimidating.
And I believe we have a blue here. Nice, a 0
Ooh.
blue.
Nice.
Like 0. And then our final, an orange.
Oh,
Chief
Orange
Chipra. There we go. Not bad, BC.
Not too shabby. I don't know if anybody cares about this, but I certainly do. I'm ripping into this Lord of the Rings, and I've got
1 second, BC. Let
immediately
me get your big cam up. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little there you are.
treasure.
So this
You
is
get
Magic the Gathering, the trading card game, is doing a Lord of the Rings insert set. Just Lord of the Rings, not the movie necessarily. What is that?
this is an art card. Let's go look and
What?
see what
An
it says
art
on the
card?
back. This is Elrond, Lord of Rivendell, art card.
Oh, that's kind of
So
cool. Never seen
each
it.
pack comes with an art card.
Only the premium packs. I bought a basic booster. It had no art cards. Pretty
So
cool.
there's this. Is this a premium? Is that what
Yeah,
this
I
is?
think you had
I've
like
I've got a set booster pack, and I've got those, and then I've got a land card of Rohan. That's pretty
the
cool. I
lands
like
are
these
sick.
map cards. Yeah, I got one of them in a foil from my other pack. Oh, Lambus bread.
Beautiful.
I've got a generous int card. Mushroom watchdogs. Don't remember
Oh,
them from Lord of
they're
the Rings.
farmer maggots dogs.
They are farmer maggots. They won't harm you, not unless I tell them to. Here, grip, fang, heal. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Farmer maggot
And
has much more to do in the books.
everyone's got more to do in the books.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a snarling warg. I've got the Grey Havens card. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Glorfindel, the Dauntless Rescuer.
Sick.
I've got Arwen.
Ooh, that's got to be a rare.
Yeah, maybe. Celeborn the Wise.
Dope.
Lash of the Balrog.
Oh, an instant, a full art card instant.
Shelob.
Dope.
And our foil is Slip on the Ring.
Ooh, whoa, that hand looks cool in the foil.
Yeah, that's kind of snazzy, huh?
Nice.
Anyway, I like these a lot as both a fan of the books and movies. They've got little quotes on them and stuff. I think I've played Magic like once or twice, maybe. So I'd be interested in figuring out the Lord of the Rings version.
I used to play Magic a lot. I will not be touching that game again. I did buy a pack of these just to look at, but I
Yeah.
remember at one point in my life I was trying to quit smoking cigarettes. I was a theater student in college, you know. I
Oh,
did a
smoking.
little smoke of the
We had to
wacky
do it.
tobacco.
We had to
We
do
had
it.
to do it. But I was like, I'm gonna get something else that's cellophane packs and is expensive. I'm gonna get back into Magic and not spend my money. And 2 weeks later, I was smoking a victory cigarette outside of a tournament, and I was like, this is bad. This is real bad. Anyway, that game is addictive, and it's also a game where if you want a card, you might need 4 of them for your deck. You probably
Mm.
do. But anyway, they're not as expensive as Star Wars cards can be these days, it seems like.
Some of those boxes of this stuff are pricey.
Uh,
I've seen.
this is a little off topic. We're a little bit off topic, and we're getting back into Star Wars here at the end of the show. But I did want to
We
mention
promise.
the big thing right now is Post Malone bought the One Ring, which I'm guessing is a one of
Ooh.
one.
It is
For like $2 million.
2.6
The 0.6 is
million.
just change at that point.
Just an extra $600,000.
Now,
Just a life-changing amount of money for any human being. He bought a Magic the Gathering card.
Post Malone has done branded content for Magic the Gathering. He is a famous fan of Magic the Gathering. Part of me wonders if this wasn't subsidized a little bit by Wizards of the Coast being like, hey, what if you bought the One Ring for $2.6 million and suddenly people think our cards are a big deal again? You know, like it's been a long time since there's a high sale on like the original Power 9, the Black Lotus and the Mox, blah blah blah. Anyway, there's some old Magic the Gathering cards that are worth thousands and
Buk
thousands of
buku
dollars.
bucks. Yeah.
But aside from that, like you're not talking much over a few $100 for the very high end like of Magic cards. So I don't know. I'm a little skeptical that Post Malone isn't going to get a commercial campaign. That he's not
I'm
banking
sh
on this
I'm
stuff
sure
coming
it's
back.
all part of the because when the set came out, again, we'll get back to Star Wars, I promise. When the set came out, it was like there's a millions of dollars bounty for the one of one ring, So it's
Yeah,
like it was out there, and then it was found immediately, like as like a pre-release box. It was found by someone in Canada who's now a millionaire,
yeah.
because they
Congrats.
opened a booster box of Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah, huge congrats. Um, but yeah, and then the race to grade it was on because every grading company wanted the card in their slab
Yeah,
because I'm assuming they knew that Post Malone was going to be buying it,
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
But I think PSA ended up offering the person who pulled the card a bunch of stuff too to have them grade with them. So it is a one of one grade 9 PSA $2.6 million one
Wow.
ring card.
And
It's
truly a one of one
pretty
in
wild.
that the card was designed and printed once, not like
Once
this is a parallel of the card.
001 of zero.
Well, I haven't read the card. I'm sure it's like you win the game. Like,
It's like
okay, cool.
it's like the black language speak.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the Mordor text of the
It
card.
looks sick. I mean, it's a cool
It looks
card.
very cool. It's very cool
It's
if
a
you're a
great PR
gigantic
stunt.
nerd like us, like
Yeah.
it's
I
very cool.
again, I used to be a big Magic fan. I do have a small collection of Magic cards. Specifically, I just am trying to collect every sliver ever made. But it's kind of fallen off in popularity a little bit. I feel like, or at least like the mystique has died down for me because they changed the game and made it all about these like wizard characters, these
Mhm.
planeswalkers. Anyway, I'm glad to see the game doing something cool. I hope
Yeah.
people are enjoying it. Um, but BC, I have
Uh-oh.
something very special to go through
Uh-oh.
here.
Uh-oh.
BC, you sent me a box.
Yeah,
You
it's
sent
long
me a
overdue.
beautiful goodie box,
I
and
did.
part of the box was you sent me two blasters of Boba Fett, and
Don't thank me too quickly because those are very valuable.
I did open one of them.
Nice.
My wife and I opened one yesterday.
Heck yeah.
It was a lot of fun. There's nothing in it. I'm gonna have a base set eventually.
Nice.
But let's just go through the pile you sent me,
I,
VC, because
I,
you
I,
sent me some good things.
it's a pile of gold I've been sitting on for a while and have been meaning to.
Look at
Yeah.
this, an X-Wing patch card. This was a card in the 2022 Galaxy. I saw the 5 of 5 sell for $200 the other day, which I was like, that's a good price on that, in my opinion, because it's a 5 of 5 X-Wing card. But this is an 11 of 25 patch card. I remember when this was pulled on the cargo bay.
Yeah,
That's sick.
back in the Twitch days.
So thank you very much for that, BC.
Yeah.
You sent me some beautiful blue and purple parallels from Mando season 2, which
Just hanging out.
thank you very much.
Just
That will
hanging
go
out.
in my Mando binder. Now we're getting into some hotness here. We got a Max Revo, just Max Revo dual keyboard, just dual Max Revos on this. This is numbered out of 150. Beautiful. I love it. Um, Me and Max are good pals, and BC, I'm going to be talking about this set a little bit in a future episode. We have a 2012 Galactic Files Blue Parallel. BC, these are numbered in a very old school way.
Yeah, they
And
are.
just black text printed on the back of the card. This is 27 of 350.
When I look at the numbering on the back of those, it makes me think that the printer that did it was the one that sounds like this. Those
Like a
printers?
dot matrix.
That's what
Yeah.
the numbering looks like on the back of it.
And what's weird I've noticed is that these numbers flip too. Like sometimes they're
Ah.
oriented this way and other times they're flipped that way, which I guess it depends on how the sheet was going to be cut or
Yeah, would have been
something,
cut,
but
yeah.
it is very strange. Some of the first numbered cards, I suppose, for Star Wars Really fantastic. Thank you, BC. And then some of our bounty from our Chrome box, VC. The highlight here being this grand
Yeah.
sticker. Oh no, I dropped
Oh, the
something.
bounty's down.
Oh
Bounty's
no, the
down.
netted droid fell down.
Oh, not the netted droid card.
I finally have a netted droid.
Yeah.
Really great. I
What
should
a
have set up
card.
my good camera for this, but thank you kindly. This sticker will be prized. We got some beautiful blues here too. We of course have this, which is for sale. It's for sale if you want to help fund the cargo bay. The price will be dropping on this, so we got it listed for a high price on eBay right now. But I'm gonna try to move that this week. BC,
Nice.
one of the highlights. I can't believe you sent me this. You sent me a Star Destroyer, BC.
Yeah, I did.
A 206 Star Destroyer. I am
Yeah.
very happy to have this.
It needed to be in the home of someone who would appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, BC. That's one of the best 206 cards that I have. But beyond that, VC, I haven't gone through these yet, but
Yeah.
there's a Werner on top.
There is. There's a Werner on top. Yeah, I grabbed some of the extras that I had of the 206 stuff.
A Werner
that's-
in green.
That's a classic.
A Max Revo in orange. Are you kidding me? Holy cow. I might have to send this to PSA. That is beautiful. Look at this. We got a battle droid. We got a... Oh, I didn't have the Maul yet, BC.
Nice.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think a lot of these are filling gaps, including Ponda Baba. Or as I always said, Ponda Baba. I don't know why. Absolutely. But we're not even done yet, BC.
Oh my goodness.
You sent
what
me
a bounty.
treasure trove. We got patch cards, which I'm going to be putting on a jacket at some point.
Right.
I'm going to make the Star Wars patch card jacket. Beautiful Obi-Wan patches. And then BC, the highlight of the box. Again, can't believe you sent me this. We have a Mon Mothma Rogue One auto. This is incredible, BC. This is maybe, aside from Werner, I think this is my favorite autograph I have in my collection.
Nice.
It's incredible. Genevieve O'Reilly and Andor.
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
One of my favorite
so
performances ever.
She is so good. I went back. I was telling you last night. I went back and I just threw on Narkina 5 just for just to feel something again, and man, Andor's so good. Still just as
really good.
So good.
Yeah, I feel like the actors got snubbed. There should have been at least one Emmy nom for acting.
The fact that Stellan Skarsgård did not get nominated for supporting actor blows my mind.
Yeah,
with how good he was, and some of his scenes in that series is like didn't get the love he deserved. And Genevieve O'Reilly too. Was, just fantastic.
She was a highlight for me performance wise for whatever reason. Not that everybody deserves awards. Give them all the awards.
Yeah.
You sent me some other beautiful Rogue One cards here, BC, including this green Bistan. Where'd he go? Forget Cassian. Forget the foil Cassian. Where's Bistan?
I love a good Bistan.
Beautiful. Bistan got a little more background in a recent guidebook that's coming out.
Oh, nice.
We got Captain Canaday as well. Battle Plans autograph. I love the red hologram on this black background. A numbered concept art. The rare numbered card from Book of Boba Fett. Things are like...
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't get anything good out of those blasters. Send you the one good Book of Boba Fett card. Gotcha.
Thank you very much, BC. I love concept art inserts. Now, this is from back in the day, BC. We have a Voyager 1 space probe cutout from one of the weird packs of cards we opened.
Yep.
I love Voyager probe. The Voyager probes, something about them and it's like the peak of human accomplishment to me when we're thinking about the technology that was, available when they made these things. It makes me want to cry thinking about the Voyager probes. And this, BC, this beautiful, far, far away galaxy. What is it? This is an Allen and Ginter card, I'm guessing.
It is an Allen and Ginter card, yeah. That's one that I had paired with the Voyager
Yes.
probe as space themed, but I thought that was a cool combo.
Yeah, that's dope. This is a beautiful card. Again, my camera won't focus. It's super cool. And then reaching the end of the individual cards, VC, we have the purple Cal Kestis.
Yeah, I forgot
Heck
I threw that in
yeah.
there.
My
Nice.
first Cal Kestis card, which is
Oh,
wild
nice.
because I love these games.
Yeah.
Love that BD1 is in there as well. And then our fans are going to love this. And by fans, I mean fanatics.
Yeah, you fanatics. Yeah.
Hall and Oates, baby.
Yeah.
BC, you make my dreams come true. Highly appreciated. And then as well, he gave me a numbered Zuckus. This Zuckus I think I'll be keeping because it's numbered out of 250, so it's incredibly valuable.
Yep, millions
I
of
don't know
dollars
if it'll
probably.
make it on the patch jacket or not.
Yeah.
And then you helped me fill out some of my sets here. I think I'm going to have a full base set of Boba Fett with this chunk. And then Battle Plans, BC. I've got a Battle Plans binder that's needed some filling in. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hope it gets some cards you don't have in there.
BC, that was a hot box of cards.
I'm telling you, I put some time and effort into how it was packaged too. I wanted you to have like a pack opening experience, so it kind of felt like you were
That's exactly
opening
how
a product.
I wanted to do it on camera, and when the box came in, I was like, "Nah, I'm ripping right now."
Nah, I'm ripping it right now.
But yeah, you had individual of these like Topps Now packs, so that I got individual packs. Yeah, it was a delight, and it was full of surprises. Yeah, that was truly a joy. It has made me reconsider the way your box is.
Nice. If anybody else wants me to send you something, leave a comment below because I've got some BC original art cards that I drew many moons ago when I was.
That's the other thing. I've already protected the sketches.
So I'm just going through some of these
sketches.
These are not. It's not great quality, but you can kind of see what I was working on back in the day when I thought, wouldn't it be cool to be a top Star Wars card artist? And then I found out it was not cool to do that.
BC, I have a BC sketch collection here, which includes our Ernest P. Worrell as a Jedi, one of my favorites.
That's such a good card.
These cards from the Elder are incredible.
Those are really good, and I drew
sick.
them, so I feel good about it.
Sent me a Captain Fordo, one of my favorites. Cool. But yeah, BC, what's the code to enter into the raffle to get one of these?
What is the code to enter? That's a great question. Let's have the
But
code.
they say I shared this video with a friend, even if it's a
lie. I got 10 people to like and subscribe. Just in addition to the wonderful comments that we usually get, just throw in a BC ships down there. Throw in a BC ships if you're interested in winning one of my mini art cards, and we can work something out over our oft neglected email or something, which is the cargobaypod@protonmail.com.
That is correct. I did check the email last night. Not missing anything, I don't believe. But cool. Yeah, incredible stuff. This is a golden op, BC. These sketch cards date to the very beginning of the cargo bay.
They do.
They're part of history.
They are almost prehistoric. Yeah, I don't know. There's some decent stuff in there. I don't know.
We got to do a sketch card episode,
mediums.
BC.
We should.
We will eventually do that. There's a lot to cover these days. We keep thinking we're gonna have a hobby talk time to just kind of talk about whatever we want, but it's busy out there.
I think we should. I've mentioned this in a comment below. In addition to the BC ships, if you'd be interested in the cargo bay doing a live at some point, like a hang.
That's what we used
to do. Cargo bay. That is it's where we cut our teeth.
That's right.
That's how we got our start. Was doing live.
That's why my teeth are so short.
Yeah, and sharp.
Well, BC, we got to get out of here. We've done over an hour in the
Oh
cargo
my
bay.
goodness. Oh my goodness. I doubt we'll get many BC ships if anybody's watched all this way, but if you have, appreciate it. Remember to, I think we're supposed to say this at the top of the video, but like and subscribe. If you haven't already. If you're here and you haven't subscribed, really, what are you doing at this point in the video? You know, I expect everyone who's still watching to have been subscribed, but if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Continue the hang.
We only put 2 videos a week in your feed. It's not going to clutter you up. If we do anything not Star Wars related, I don't even put it in the subscription feed. So
that's right.
Safe to subscribe.
Yeah.
But oh, are you ready for a classic schwoomp, BC?
Yeah, I am.
All right, I guess that means we're out of here forever. Bye-bye.
Shoom.
That was the best it has ever been. You see?
Nice.
That was an incredible.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Can't do it.